There's no one defending the A side of the map, which you can see on the minimap that they're not right now, Astralis, but it doesn't matter to them. They're going to probably use that Molotov to try and do that if the bomb goes down, and FaZe are actually gravitating towards this one. So pretty good call coming out right now from Carrigan, the captain of that team. It's a great headshot to shut down Nico. Always feels good when you have him out of the way.
Especially in pistol rounds. Nico has been a terror when he has that USP, the one-shot headshot he's been delivering. Guardian with the deagle. Okay, then. Between him and Rain, they do manage to find a kill in mid, and Rain chimes in again. 2 kills for him with the P250.
But Dupree's in the B bomb side, and he's in such a good position. He's got the USP. Nothing but headshots from this one, but instead it's Rain with a return. And he's a bit of a terror himself in pistols. It's a triple kill right now for the Norwegian player. Glaive trying to see if he can slide into position to open up for the retake here. The bomb is already down. That might have been the only chance they got, Semler, because he needed that kill.
Yeah, the smoke is going to go down to block off Rain. Rain just going to put shots randomly through. That's a risk. If you take one to the side of the head, you're not going to be too happy about it. And Glaive, he's under pressure right now, thinking about using that Molotov, but he needs to find the kills instead. Doesn't even matter. Rain, quad kill, and Carrigan there with one of his own. FaZe get the strong start on the map. They win the pistol. They'll get the money to buy the rifles going into the second round here, and the pressure is already on Astralis. And this is just what we were talking about, Anders, going into this match, that Astralis, they're going to need a strong start here.
I mean, they slap away the initial A aggression, and then they read the rotation to be very well. They get 2 battles in middle, so they know exactly what's coming. They still cannot stop it. That's just the firepower. I mean, I would love to see statistics for how many pistol rounds that FaZe win are because of Rain, because it seems like it's the majority of them, and that's just 1 player out of 5. He's so incredibly good at those.
Well, there's so many talented players on this team. You just don't get the time to talk about them in depth the same way. And there you go. Speaking of the double, Rain shows up again. 5 kills in 2 rounds at the start of the first map in this grand finals. And just think, you still have the likes of Olaf and Guardian waiting in the ranks with Nico as well. So FaZe, everything is working out perfectly right now. We heard Carrigan himself at the beginning of this saying, you know, we're playing perfect. We're not making any mistakes. Sure enough, that's what we're seeing right here.
Good little flashbang from Olaf, and then the follow-up Mach 10 to shut down Dupree. He was playing close with the C-Sed. It's not a bad headshot from Kjaerbye, but it's not going to be quite enough to follow up. They should be able to cross in and get the bomb down. They have Nico covering the flank, so they know that no one's going to be coming in from that angle. Rain can focus on the vent. They've got everything locked down here, FaZe. They only lose Guardian. It's a good play.
Yeah, it's solid work. And you can afford to lose 1 player versus a 4-spy on Astralis' side. FaZe, now they know that. They've heard the deagle chime out, obviously. They realize that their opponents are wearing Kevlar. So they know that Astralis spent all their money. So they're fine sacrificing just a couple of players here, just to try and take that gear off of Astralis. Astralis, what they're hoping to do here is hold on to that investment. They want to save that Kevlar. They want to save the pistols for the next round so that they can maybe do something with them.
Yeah, which is always important. I mean, those C-Set 75s, we've seen it in the past, and Cache is a good map for it. There are a lot of places, Dupree could have been one of them there, where you have to get close to them, and the rate of fire is so high that even against a rifle, it could still be pretty effective. It doesn't look like actually FaZe are going to invest that much into the hunt. They're just going to leave it alone and say, that's fine. You get to keep what little you have because you're not going to buy the next round anyway. So this is what normally happens for anyone new watching. Normally when you win the pistol round, you probably get the next 2 also. So this is the expected outcome for FaZe so far. That 4th round is going to be the real test.
Exactly, when Astralis will be able to afford to get the rifles device. He really needs to stay alive. Hopefully get some kills, because he's going to be just barely squeaking through. Unless we've seen this in the past, where other teammates will take the hit for the sniper rifle player, for the AWPer. And it looks like Kjaerbye right now is the one who's kind of holding on to quite a bit of money. So maybe we see that, where he gets just enough to drop an AWP over to device, but it'll be a close run thing.
I think the real test for Astralis is actually in these early rounds. FaZe is such a good team. Give them a good start. Even for Astralis, it won't be easy to survive that. Good early kills. Device with 1 in return. Still got that deagle on Kjaerbye, and that's a great headshot. Dupree getting shot in the feet in the meantime, but Kjaerby's actually relocated onto the bomb site. Can he get 1 more deagle shot? That's all they need right now. Grenades are raining in, but none of them affecting Kjaerbye right now. He's got perfect vision, and they're a little bit worried here.
With so much time left on the clock, FaZe are deciding to slow things down. Minute 10, they don't want to run into a trap. They know that the rotation is coming through, and so what they're hoping for here are more easy kills at range. Try and take advantage of the rifles. You have rifles, they have pistols. Doesn't really matter when the Deeg is in play, though. Kjaerbye, another headshot for him. That's unreal.
No amount of Kevlar is going to save you from the force of this pistol. He's got 50 seconds left, and they're kind of committed. They don't have to. They can run to the other bomb site, and it feels like now FaZe have started to put that together as well and realized, wait a minute, why challenge it? dupreeh is waiting, and at least he's going to hear them running through. He's, in fact, right around the corner. He's got a USP. They jump in. He gets one of the kills, a headshot on Rain, and that leaves karrigan now running for the bomb side. Almost no time left at all. 27 seconds with his back turned up on the bomb side. He's going to look for the truck player, clicking away with the AK. Can't spray at that range, and the Vice will take him down. A huge upset here for Astralis in the third round.
Unbelievable. And that just goes to show exactly that both of these teams, they deserve to be in this grand finals. You cannot afford to make a single mistake against anyone here on this server. KRB to start things off, but the second kill is key. That's the one that throws things in disarray for FaZe. That's the one that gets them to peel off of that bomb site and start to doubt themselves. And Astralis, very early on here, they found a way onto the scoreboard. One round for them.
That is going to just cause a big change in the early rhythm here. They were supposed to have another round FaZe now. Instead, it's a bit more even, and plenty of money for the Astralis team. Not so much on FaZe, an aggressive move coming out. What a flashbang, almost the entire team flashed, but it's not enough. They're powering through right here. Glaive gets one in return, and dupreeh just trying to stay alive inside the smoke, behind the box, and is he going to make it out? In fact, he will into the checker. That's a big giveaway for FaZe. They knew where he was.
Ooh, doing a little bit of damage there, but Nico with the AK hits just a bit harder. And they get the man advantage, FaZe, but they've taken so much damage here. Guardian down to 16, Nico down to 25. So they're definitely not looking too healthy. But with a man advantage now, if they group up, they might be able to overwhelm the defense here. And it's looking like A site is open. So karrigan, the in-game leader for FaZe, making that call.
Sip. Not sure if he saw anything there, but they are starting to gravitate back. Maybe he did, because he's covering, he's following up for the Vice over there. This should be enough, I think, for Astralis to have a pretty good defense. There is even a Molotov on Sip there, so if he just a second warning, if he hears them coming, he can really use that effectively. Great crossfire setup right now. 40 seconds, and FaZe have to win this engagement. There's the quick spray, Sip for the double, and he follows it up. What an incredible triple. That's got to feel very defeating for FaZe. They didn't even get a foot on the bomb site, Semler. They got shut down.
Yeah, if you're FaZe right now, you're feeling a little deflated, but this is going to be the challenge for FaZe, and these are the different advantages, right? You have so much firepower on FaZe Clan. Them winning the pistol, that's when you're starting to think, well then, they're just going to start dominating, aren't they? With all of this aim, with all of this skill, how can they not just start chaining rounds together? Well, this is it. Moses mentioned it on the analyst desk earlier. Astralis, they have that structure to be able to withstand that firepower and then start grinding rounds out, and that's what we saw here in these last two rounds. Question of whether FaZe, after this round of Eco, will be able to do something. Olofmeister blind still manages to tag dupreeh.
Yeah, if I were dupreeh, I would fall back as well. There is no reason to give up an early kill. We talked about Astralis, the desk did as well, as being one of the teams that make very few mistakes. Well, they have been challenging weirdly throughout the playoffs here. There's no reason to do it now. FaZe could rip your head off. They're going to be able to take care of Olofmeister, but still, leave them alone for now. They have to come to the bomb side eventually. That's the advantage of playing CT side after all.
I really hope that dupreeh just plays that patiently. He knows that this is an eco round. They're not going to have Molotovs to force him out. So if you are going to stick to that play behind checkered box, just stay there. And, wow, it does look like it's going to be mid-control here for FaZe. That's going to be the goal. Nico with the dig, looking for an opening. Nobody peeking. Astralis playing this very safely right now.
dupreeh actually decided to go very aggressive. Although I agree with your idea of staying, because you know they're not going to have Molotovs to check the corner, right? That's the one thing you could be sure of. Found Nico, and they found karrigan as well. So 3-2 early in the game here. Astralis managed to turn it around. We'll see how it goes now that rifles are back in the hands of FaZe. But this is, I think for Astralis, this is going to be a big relief right now. You can't let FaZe get any kind of momentum, any kind of confidence. They're too good.
I mean, just look at the money right now in green there on your screen. They have so much to work with now, Astralis. This couldn't be better. If FaZe actually go through with it, they get those 3 rounds. Astralis, they get a kind of weak buy. It's not until later in the half that they start to see that kind of bank where they can just buy whatever they want. Here, Astralis now, they're fully equipped and they have money to buy again if they were to lose this round. So they've got to be feeling very good about the situation right now, whereas FaZe are the ones who are under pressure. Guardian hasn't even got an op yet, Anders.
dupreeh does, and he was playing at the edge of the smoke. That's a very high-risk play to try and snipe away at anybody who was out there. He misses the shot, and instead, a lot of damage being traded in FaZe's favor over at that B bomb site. That's annoying.
This is where you start having to take risks, though, and look at that dupreeh edging his way out. Xyp9x pushed all the way in A main. You may be hearing the footsteps here from karrigan. karrigan dancing right on the edge. And when does Xyp9x decide to get in here and actually take the fight? The nade goes down. Is that going to be enough? Oh, he spotted the man on high, and that's going to force karrigan back. Xyp9x, no chance for him to pounce.
That's bait Semler. He's got him in the back up there, and Sip is gonna lose a little bit of patience and goes for the fight. It's still so much damage, but that was obviously just a huge trap set up from Astralis. Nico gonna take the face off of Glaive, and it's time he gets put into play. We want to see more action out of this guy, because that's always exciting. Rain coming up from the highway, taking down Kirby, leaving Device and Sip on the bomb site. 40 seconds left. The bomb is on the other side, though, and Device and Sip are fighting back now. It's all on Dupree. He's going to get one easy shot, and next as well, and Olaf goes down. One last player left. His old captain, Carrigan, right in front. 30 seconds. He misses the first shot. Around the box he goes. Carrigan will take him down, and that's at least a bomb plant here for FaZe.
Unbelievable. So close. What a hero play from Dupree. With Device, Zipnix, they have to know that he's low, and Zipnix finds a headshot wallbang to drop Carrigan and save the round for Astralis. They saved the AWP as well, so that money's just going to keep building. But what a play from Dupree, getting those 2 frags.
But that bomb plant is big. That's the difference between FaZe not being able to buy or maybe squeaking a buy through in this round. When you get the bomb plant down in Counter-Strike, even if you lose the round, the team as a whole, everybody on the team gets an $800 bonus. Now, they are going to go half C's. They're not going to invest absolutely everything, but that can still work, especially Nico with that AK.
Yeah, this is where, all right, cool. Eyes on Guardian, because now, after this round, if he gets a bomb plant, he's got that up. Finally, he will have that sniper rifle. We can start to see him get into the fight with it. And he's kind of looking towards that as well. He hasn't invested in Kevlar. He only picked up a P250. That's only $300 that he spent with a couple of nades to go with it, right? So I think Guardian really wants to get the sniper rifle in play. But they haven't spotted this strategy yet, FaZe. The fact that Astralis keep putting something behind the box here in Checkered Room. So it'll be Dupree to draw attention to the site, and then Glaive is going to try and pounce behind it.
They could absolutely rush this down. Dupree does not stand a big chance with that AWP. Glaive is going to come and try and help him out. That's a big sacrifice. And it might not have been worth it, because the bomb site still gets overrun. Grenade to try and hit the bomb planter. Olafmeister surviving on 5 health. That's big. Now, man advantage. They picked up the rifles. This is looking better for FaZe.
Absolutely. Definitely expecting to see Glaive get more out of that. Dupree as well. But Glaive only with 1 kill, that's not good enough. And this is not an easy site to retake. If you're Astralis, you're going through choke points here, trying to make the run. And Olafmeister with the AWP finds Zipnix sleeping. There's the 1 and 2 coming through. But now it's all on Kirby. 1v2. The retake needs to happen here. This is a key round for Astralis. And he's been spotted out. The bomb is planted for both FaZe players as well. And they're going to peek them together.
Almost unwinnable here. He doesn't have the time. Guardian will take him down. FaZe picking up a huge round. And that was not just coincidence. They put the smokes down. You can't quite see it from here, but the ones that are behind them that Glaive has to push through, that's actually meant to isolate Dupree. They know that he has the AWP, and since he's not aggressive, they probably can guess he's on the site, so they smoke out everything else so that no one can help him out. It's so well done.
I'm going to point out the one thing, Anders, that made the difference that round. Is a team flash.
Oh, is that really
you had FaZe's flashes come through. Glaive hits the timing perfectly, and that's what I was looking for in the replay. You see the blue arc. It's somebody on Astralis who flashed their own player who's trying to be the hero there. So Glaive only gets 1 kill. He's flashed by his own teammate, and Astralis, they actually make a mistake. It's possible.
It's never good. Just like in public, you can't go around doing that, Semler. Slip will be taking down Rain, and it's now 4 versus 5 here. A bit of aggression early on, and Cash is one of those maps that allows for so much CT aggression. That doesn't always happen. There are maps where it's very hard to do that on the CT side without getting punished, but you can on Cash, and how are FaZe going to react to that? Looks like they just want to fight in the middle, or at least Olaf does.
He's looking. He's hungry for a frag. They'll get a handful of shrapnel instead. All right. Astralis maintaining the pressure here on FaZe, but they will eventually give up mid and count on their defense on the sites instead. Although they have rotated carry back to mid. So as soon as that smoke clears, Guardian, he's always got such good movement. That air control.
You can hear the fans are happy because they know that is not an easy jump to hit always, and it's also a little bit risky with the AWP. It takes a bit before you can fire that second shot, so if you get caught against someone who has the rifle, it's not going to be easy. There is a 3-man stack on this bomb side, though. Guardian hoping to catch someone who was boosted in the corner, but no one was there. And now he's kind of given up his position. They should know that he's there. There's Dupree with the shot. He actually jumped up from the E-box to get that kill. Olaf getting shot in the back. What a great timing coming out from Astralis. They only lose Device. And we should try and get that replay from Dupree's point of view, because that was a smart play.
He hit that timing perfectly. And right there, I was admiring Guardian's presence of mind to actually look for the boost. That's the whole advantage of coming up short. You can look for the boost. That takes a big angle away, a trap away from Astralis, and allows FaZe to get out onto that site easier, unless you've got Dupree jumping up from behind the electric box and shooting your face off.
Yes, that was the one counter, wasn't it? It was unfortunate. Ninth round coming up, and this is going better than I was actually expecting for Astralis on this map. I was thinking that if they were going to be able to play Cash to some degree, it would be on the T side more and less on the CT side. But now with the pistols, they run into Xyp9x, and he was ready for it.
Not to get caught off guard, Xyp9x. That was perfect, and that was Kerrigan as well, his old in-game leader. Man, he was part of Astralis when they founded the team. Later moved on to take over FaZe, and Xyp9x, whew, that was cutting it a bit too close there. Nico nearly picks up the kill, but Xyp9x holds his ground. Device with the M4 up close, drops Rain, Olafmeister, and Guardian, both finding kills though.
Don't know why they're fighting that Deagle at range. I would leave Guardian alone again. Just use the man advantage. There's Guardian getting one more kill, looking for the headshot. He can't really get back in the open, and there's a headshot, or at least just a body shot to take down Dupree. Guardian now with a triple, and one single click could change the outcome of this first half. Guardian, he has the bomb. He's falling back with 50 seconds. And Glaive on the other side, on the wrong side of the smoke. He almost catches him through. But Guardian picks up the AWP, and now he's twice as lethal, Semler.
I feel speechless. This is unbelievable. How this is the kind of firepower we were talking about. This is what makes FaZe so powerful. They have players like this who's going to plant right in the open. And Glaive, he's not rushing. He's taking his time. There's a window of opportunity, and again, Glaive is going to do it! Guardian, he had one shot, one chance. And Glaive, how many did he have there, Anders? It feels like he spotted Guardian 3 times before he was finally able to get that kill.
You could have the best aim in the world, but sometimes timing just matters more. And, I mean, there were a number of times in that round that timing could have settled it. Glaive right on the edge. And he's actually someone that's been struggling during the playoffs here. We always talk about this, not just for teams, but for individual players. When in the tournament do they peak? Because if you peak during the group stage and then it's downhill from there, it doesn't really matter that much. But if Glaive is going to show up for this grand final, it could be really interesting.
I think this is the perfect time for a tactical timeout, getting called by Astralis as well. And Glaive doing a lot of talking. He's got to be telling his teammates to calm down here, because Guardian, yes, okay, he's definitely got the skill, he's got the aim, but he shouldn't be able to make a round that close. It might have been Astralis getting a little flustered there. So it's a good time to calm him down, you know, take a breath and get centered for the next round, because FaZe now, after that bomb plan especially, they have the money for a full buy.
Well, the truth is they should never have given Guardian this many chances to win the round. I mean, that's actually unforgivable from Astralis' point of view. It's great play from Guardian, but they should have played it better. They know he has to put down the bomb again. Just use that against him.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Why aren't you just waiting, holding angles? But sometimes you get a little overconfident. You start making mistakes. It's the adrenaline pumping. But now FaZe, they're grouped up and they're changing up their strategy, Anders. It looks like they want to get a bit more aggressive here towards A site early on in the round. It's going to be on Device now to hit this shot when the chance is there.
And if he doesn't, he's going to get rushed down. Nico is at the squeak door right in front of him, so he has got maybe 2 chances to hit a shot. Otherwise, it's not going to work out well. Puts up a Molotov. Kirby is there to help out, slowing them down a bit. Kerrigan is gone. Sip with a great double spray, taking down Rain and Olaf. And just like that, the bomb site seems secure again. How do they get out? Nico and Guardian. Don't underestimate these guys either. Guardian with a shot, Nico with a headshot on Kirby. But it might be too late. 1 versus 3 for Guardian again.
Oh, and they heard the footsteps as well. Dupree should have been close enough, and yeah, sure enough, Xyp9x trying to rotate off, and Dupree will catch him out in the open. But Xyp9x, the true hero here for Astralis in this round, playing right on the edge of the smoke, turned away from the flashes. Just, he read them like a book this round, Anders.
Yeah, that little detail that you pointed out with him being turned around here is really worth noticing, because otherwise he could get flashed, and then he's no use to anybody.
Then just hanging around on the edge of that smoke. Nico not able to get the trade kill. We have to be fairly impressed here with how Astralis are performing on Cash. This is not one of their favorite maps to play on. FaZe, that's kind of why FaZe were like, yes, we will go to Cash. This should be a situation where it's a map that heavily relies on aim, on skill. Should play to their strengths, but that's just not what we're seeing right now.
It's going to be a default A execute, which means that everything is going to be smoked off. There's going to be a whole wall of smokes going around that red container, and that's just for them to get close with the pistols. This works a lot of the time, so I don't blame them for trying to do that. There's one coming out of Squeak. The other one is going to rain in from the ceiling of the map, and then they should be ready to go here. Got the time for it, but once they put in the smokes, they sort of are committed because they don't have anything else, so you can fake it, but not this time. Here comes FaZe running close to the smoke, trying to avoid the damage and doing a lot to Sip. Device is waiting at the edge. C-set this out, he gets a quick double. And actually, a little bit of team damage in there from Sip, I think. Kirby gets Nico and Guardian, the last one left, and no chance at all, so that's a good attempt, but maybe not good enough anymore.
And there we go. The tap out here from FaZe. Enough is enough. We just went for the half buy. We saved for this round once again. Things are not going our way. We're not getting kills here. We need to take a timeout of our own. Each of these teams has 4 30-second tactical timeouts that they can call at any point in the map. And so FaZe, they'll have 3 left after this one. It's a good call from Kerrigan to actually just start to slow things down himself, because this is going to be a very important round. If they lose this one, FaZe, Astralis, they can get into double digits. And it's the first team that gets to 16 rounds that wins.
You have Guardian with an AWP. In my mind, that means mid-control. Who from Astralis is going to stop Guardian if he really wants the middle? Once you have that, then either split B or A, depending on what kind of information you get, but I would trust in Guardian to be able to open up the middle in a round like this. I don't see anyone from Astralis that can actually stop him from doing that.
Could be a quick boost. It's actually going to be him. He's looking for aggression from Astralis. He's going to be setting up in B halls. He's hoping for exactly this, and dupree's there just a split second earlier. And in the meantime, Device in mid finds a kill of his own. Just like that, Astralis, they slam the door shut in FaZe's face.
dupreeh, I think, even landed a bunny jump to just cut, you know, what, 1/4 of a second off the time, but that can be enough. This is a game of incredibly small margins when it comes to those timings, because normally you're there first as the T player. You can at least be if you get the right spawn. So 3 versus 5. FaZe, normally in these situations, they tend to slow it down a lot and wait for mistakes.
Especially when you have no grenades. You have no utility to help you get onto the bomb site. There is no execute left. You have to hope that somebody on Astralis breaks that iron discipline, starts to get impatient, and takes a risk that you can take advantage of. So Xyp9x, yeah, checking mid real quick. There was a chance for him to go down there. But Device is watching A main, and Xyp9x needs to trust in his teammate. He needs to worry about short right now.
Shooting the AK mid-air. And being chased back from Rain, who's understandably paranoid about the potential threat on the A bomb side. Xyp makes his way over, and he goes for the fight at Squeak. Device is going to be there to pick up the kill on Kerrigan. And that leaves Nico in middle with 30 seconds here. Completely surrounded. Kirby will take him down. So after the timeout, after FaZe had a bit of a chance to think about things, it still was not quite enough. And these 2 opening kills, I mean, I guess if you're FaZe, all you could really say is, well, we can't really anticipate that. You know, whatever the plan was, we can actually just replay it, because it never really got anywhere close. What did it? I mean, we could just do it again.
That's how it pans out with spawns. That couple of steps advance that dupreeh had on Guardian lets him get in there first. Guardian made the right call. If the roles are reversed, it's Guardian picking up that kill. It's FaZe charging onto the B site behind it when they got the mid control as well. And it's looking like it will be a bit of a rinse and repeat situation here. dupreeh not going quite as aggressive, but there are 3 players here on the B site for Astralis ready for this push.
Kirby picks up one. Glaive comes in. They did have their backs turned, but he only got 1 kill anyway. Bomb has been recovered again, and now they need to do this. There's a gap in the smoke. A Device with just a C-set. 75 taking down Nico. The bomb now trapped there at the cross. He will pick it up, but Guardian is solo already. Olofmeister, we've been talking a lot about him as a player. This would be a great time to win what is almost a 1-on-3. I mean, Guardian can't really do much. Any kind of wallbang in that in this area, and he's going to be down already. There's a great flashbang to shut down Olof, and Guardian is going to be gone as well. Astralis getting away with quite a lot here on Cash as well. I'm shocked.
I'm impressed by how calm and patient Astralis are in that situation. Many a team, they feel there's blood in the water, and they would have rushed in, trying to get those kills, trying to punish FaZe. What did Astralis do? They got the man advantage, and they sat, and they waited, and they played off their advantage of nades. They had the flash grenades, they had the smokes, they used their utility to get in there and get that free kill on Olofmeister and secure the round.
I mean, Moses was saying on the desk that these guys are the king of sort of fundamental Counter-Strike. I think that's one of the things that he was talking about. That comes down to obviously Glaive as a leader, but also Sonic, who's behind them, their coach, a former sort of world champion in his day. It's really important, right? When you get that blood frenzy situation, you need someone to calm the whole team down, and they're very good at doing that. You're absolutely right. 10-3, ladies and gentlemen, going into the 14th round. We're nearing the end of the first half, and it's looking unbelievably good for Astralis.
I mean, this is a terrific start on CT side, no less, of Cash. You really expect FaZe to have those AKs to just do tremendous damage to get the round lead, and then it's going to get gritty in the second half. Astralis now, they're really setting themselves up for a strong performance on this first map. Going into their map pick, which is Overpass. This is a best of 3.
Oh. Something weird can happen here. Rain is taking those shots through the smoke, and if he hits someone, even if he doesn't get the kill, that will leave a blood spatter on the wall that will tell him that someone is boosted up. Because he didn't connect with the shot, that could be what he's checking for with that shoulder peek. When he doesn't see a blood spatter, if he miscommunicates that to a teammate and says, oh, I don't think they're boosted, that can cost them a lot. So a little bit scary, even scarier. Kirby in the middle. My God, what's happening?
Where was that? Where'd he come from? Now there's going to be the boost. It's looking like FaZe want to try and take advantage of this. They brought it back to a 4-on-4. Glaive holding close. This is where it could get very interesting with Rain and Guardian both there. If the flashes are not effective, Glaive is going to be ready for this. Completely fluffs the first shot. He's going to go down. No! He's got the help of Device, and they do manage to pick up 1 kill. Dupree is there to catch Kerrigan as well. And a man advantage now, a 2-man advantage for Astralis. Just kills left and right.
And this kind of round goes very far away from Astralis' comfort zone in the last, year or more. This is something that they've started doing recently. It must be very hard to deal with. That's a headshot and a half from Nico. Still got 25 seconds. He's picked up the bomb, and now he's running to the B-bomb side. I will never make the mistake of counting this guy out, but he's got a lot to do right now. Device is right on the other side. Nico going to be up there, and I think the top of the forklift actually obscured his view. He had no idea the Device was down there. That's 11-3.
This is unparalleled aggression. Late in the half as well. FaZe, at this point, standard play would be for Astralis to play passive, to try and play angles, to hold, and let FaZe come to them, because they know that Astralis have the nade advantage, that really they should be the ones, setting up the defense. Totally blindsided by the fact that Astralis goes all-out aggressive in that round.
Very hard to deal with. There are a lot of other teams that used to do this a lot in middle. I mean, the first one that springs to mind for me is Virtus Pro. You'd see Pasha sometimes sneaking their snacks if he was playing middle instead. But not so much Astralis, I would say. It's fun to see them try and switch it up. And maybe they did become too predictable. Maybe that was the thing that sort of caused a bit of their downfall earlier in the year.
Yeah, once you start getting red, it's so hard to get your game mental. I mean, your confidence relies on your strategies, on the effectiveness of your in-game leader, of your strategies. And if your strategies aren't working, then you just feel like you're lost. And so
we have almost back-to-back timeouts here for FaZe. They're taking them consecutively now, it seems.
Saw a lot of talking from Nico there, too.
Yeah, and that's one of the good things about Nico, I think, is that he's more than just a good aimer and that. He's got it all, really, in that sense. He knows the game well.
You mean he's got aim and brain?
Yeah, I was going to say looks too, but, I was getting worried about going that direction. Olofmeister with a bit of a grenade. It bounces the wrong way, but wouldn't really have done much damage anyway. This is the last round of the first half, so there's still much to be done for FaZe on half number 2, especially if they win the pistol, which, with Rain on the team, you could feel confident about that. That's the mad part, Semler. FaZe won the pistol. They have 3 rounds.
That's unbelievable. And now, I mean, this round, 15th round, they've chosen to go for rifles, but look at how few nades they have to work with. 1 smoke grenade on Kerrigan. Hey, well, there's an HE, but I mean, it's supposed to be the other way around. Astralis was just like, oh, we heard you don't have nades. Here, have this HE.
Yeah, that's kind of them, I suppose. Dupree looking for an opening. He's going to go down immediately. Rain, good off angle. That's the mid control that they needed. Olof making a big presence over here. Glaive hiding in the corner. They don't have a Molotov to get rid of him, so they have to check it. And he gets 2 in return. That's so big. And he buys time. They're going to run for him. Glaive with a triple kill, and he's just buying so much time. He shouldn't really live through this on 4 health, but what can they do to get rid of him? They only have 33 seconds. Guardian, there's a good headshot. They still know that he's in there. And oh my God, Glaive. That's annoying.
All right, we take it back, Glaive. It didn't work out for you too often at the beginning of this first half, but that round was monstrous. He even got donated the bomb. It was perfect, Anders. It couldn't have gone any better for Astralis in this first half of the grand finals. We're going to take a short commercial break, and when we come back, we'll get into the second half and see if FaZe can fight back or if this is going to be Astralis taking the first map.
That's pretty overwhelming. Now, Device, we talked about him as the potential game changer. He has got 103 ADR, and Guardian on the other side. This is our head-to-head matchup, AWP versus AWP, and Guardian, he hasn't had the impact that we were looking for. That has to change here in the second half. Still map number 1, though, so let's get this game on the road here. FaZe and Astralis, it's the grand finals, ladies and gentlemen.
Time to get into the action. Countdown has begun. We'll be starting it off in 8 seconds. And this pistol round is so important. We saw what happened with FaZe Clan earlier. They won the pistol, they got the rifles. That still didn't stop Astralis from winning, however. And so now, it's all important that FaZe pick up the second half pistol. They're on the CT side now, the teams have changed places, and it's Astralis who are just barreling towards that A side very early on here.
Similar setup for the FaZe side, though. They want to retake A. They're saying, yeah, you could get the A bomb site, but we'll come and claim it right back and defuse that bomb. Karrigan guessing through the smoke. He can't see the outline like we can. He's just blindly shooting through, and with no luck at all. Bomb not quite being planted yet. There's a great headshot from Nico, and he's charging into it and stop it from happening. Nico, what on earth is going on? He's going to be shut down finally, but he did almost everything he had to. Glaive and Kirby, the last two left to defend the bomb, and now just Kirby for about half a second. What a retake from FaZe.
And that's what star power can do for you, Anders. When Nico refuses to give up, refuses to say die, he is going to make the difference. And he gets 3 kills, allowing his team to pick up the second pistol round here in this first map. And that's the man on your screen right there, Nico. Touted as one of the very best players in the world, if not the best player in the world. An absolute monster. You can see why.
Yeah, it's not just that he gets the kills, it's that he makes it look so easy when it happens, right? There's really no shaking at all in his aim, even though he's obviously facing 2 different players at different angles. It's quite impressive. That was the must-win round.
Because now you can see, I mean, Astralis, they're still up on 12 rounds. We're looking for the first team to reach 16 rounds. FaZe have got a long way to go. But now with the rifles, they should have the advantage. Astralis, with that bomb plant, they're going to be saving, hard ecoing here for the next round where they're going to be able to afford to buy the rifles themselves. And so the whole goal here for Astralis, get another bomb plant, get that bonus money, and get as good a buy in the 18th round as possible.
Absolutely no risks are being taken right now from FaZe, which puts a little smile on my face. I would hate to see that in a round like this. Much better to just play it safe.
I was a little worried with Guardian charging through the smoke in the pistol there. You remember when, I mean, Nico went down, Guardian charged. I thought, this is how you throw it away. But it worked out in the end.
It's such a, I guess that's like the conundrum for FaZe, right? If they play timidly, then they're not really utilizing their resources very well because they do have the power to do that. But if they play too aggressively, they're going to be criticized for doing that. Here in the middle, though, a bit of a slaughter, a lot of going back and forth. Much more than I would have thought in favor of Astralis here. I mean, they're going to lose the round, but they shouldn't have given up those 2 kills. That actually matters.
That is expensive. Can they recover any of the rifles? There is a FAMAS. Rain not going to be able to get there quick enough, though, to save it, and so he has to hold on to that MP9 for the next round. But Astralis, they've done a little bit of damage, and now they will be able to afford to get those AKs and quite a few nades on Xyp9x. That's the thing. When you get those kills with the pistols like that, it's $300 in your pocket. And so you can see the difference. Xyp9x gets 2 kills, all of a sudden he has a full set of nades versus Glaive, who's just squeaking by.
Yeah, and that in itself on a map like Cash, those grenades later on really become important deep in the round. When you're down under 30 seconds, then it's always worth taking a look at what the grenade count is, who has got what. Defensive smoke being set up there for FaZe, trying to block any kind of rush coming into the bomb site, and Astralis are going to respect that.
You can see Dupree kind of watching along the edge, hoping that somebody will show themselves. Shouldn't go too aggressive, though, because he knows that if somebody is there, he will already have the angle on that gap in the smoke. He'll just be walking right in. And Rain right now, he's set a trap. He's got that MP9. It's not a rifle. He needs his opponents to be up close for it to be effective. So he's just going to wait right around the corner there and hope that somebody from Astralis goes strolling by.
And he had, at least until the smoke went up, Guardian on the other angle to sort of draw the attention away. So it's kind of a good setup. Smoke or not, Guardian's still going to do an enormous amount of damage. And Dupree, Device also dropping quite low. So good start for FaZe, even if they don't know. There's Rain going down, though. The MP9 not good enough.
That's big. You can see the rotation, the reaction instant from Karrigan. 3 players over on the B site now for FaZe, and Astralis, they still haven't committed. In fact, they're pulling back with that bomb. It may be Glaive kind of hanging around here with Dupree to try and draw attention to the site to keep FaZe focused on it, but I think the attention for Astralis is going to rotate over towards that A.
It's because Device is in middle. He will have heard them And now we can hear them rotating back. This could be a free kill on Olofmeister, but it won't be. Olaf coming out on top. He just almost didn't have the reload in. Nico turning around for the flashbang, and that Molotov is so well timed. With 20 seconds, the game is up for Astralis. They've played their hand here. Now they definitely know it's going to be a push, and Nico will shut down one, and the follow-up as well. No problem for Karrigan to take care of that. Sip, he's going to get one kill, but 10 seconds here. I don't think anyone believes that this can be done any longer. He's going to be down on the site, 6 seconds, and a great headshot, and he's just going to run away. All right, then, saving the rifle, or at least trying to. Guess they got the most out of it.
That was such quick thinking from Zipnix. And we got the young fans in house as well, ripping G2. Yes, the Frenchies, they went out in the quarterfinals.
That warms your heart, and that's got to warm everyone's hearts here, Samuel. I love this.
Next time.
Bring them early, get them introduced to the game. It is exciting. The audience is hyped up in here, I can tell. 12-6 in the 19th round, and not that much equipment on Astralis. When they save the AK, that's great, but apart from that, UMP, Deagles, he said, it's not that impressive.
It's not that. I mean, they're just kind of spending everything that they got here, Astralis. They know that they did the economic damage to FaZe, so they want to keep that pressure up. And as you can see, Device just charging out into mid very quickly here. Flash to create some space. And quite a bit of noise made here in mid. But you can see that FaZe, they've kind of just given up on mid at the very beginning of this round. Instead, they put 3 on B solid, and Nico and Karrigan holding on A. So we'll see if that comes back to bite them.
It's a very defensive setup on the B bomb side. I don't always like this from Guardian and Rain. When they're this far back on the bomb side, they sort of risk one good grenade blocking their view, and then the Astralis players getting very close. So I'm personally not a big fan of it. Karrigan getting wall banged down. That's not fun.
Super sick.
I mean, if this ends up a B push, I'm not loving this setup.
There's not going to be any room exactly. Guardian is starting to think about that too.
Yeah.
He's backed off in a CT. That's clever. Now he has a way to back. He has a way to actually fall back from the side without fully committing. And it'll be Rain. Kind of sucks for Rain. Rain, you know, just stay alive as long as you can, mate. You're alone. You're on your own right now.
But also now Olofmeister is close enough. He's no longer hard on middle. He can easily just run up that ramp to his right, and then he's going to be on the B bomb site. So this is definitely a better setup. 27 seconds, and it's about to be all hellfire on this B bomb side. Guardian, he's now on the angle, and Astralis, they're going to try and get close. They're not scoped up. They're not quite ready for it, but that's a nice headshot. Guardian goes down to pre-running them in with the C-set 75, and Olof down and out. Sip with a fantastic headshot. Leaves Karrigan and Nico. That was not what they were hoping for, FaZe.
Dupree is so disgustingly good. 2 kills to open up the site, the 3rd to hold it with the AWP, and Karrigan is going to turn tail and run. He doesn't want to have anything to do with this. 4 surviving players for Astralis on that B site. He knows he doesn't have a chance of getting in there to defuse the bomb. And Astralis will pick up a round here in the second half, putting them on 13.
It's one thing to be defensive on the bomb side. It's a whole other thing if you're not even scoped up when they make the first jump in. Then you're really in trouble. Now they're looking for that gun from Karrigan. No one's coming up behind him, but they're right in front. 1 bullet, and he's going to be out. The bomb goes up, and I'm not sure why they're not chasing him more. They could run him down. He's going to take both of them with him. That's actually a pretty big giveaway for Astralis. I thought they could easily have done that.
Yeah, I mean, if Carey goes down, he only invested the Deagle. He would have bought a rifle in the next round, no problem. But instead, they lose a rifle, and so somebody's going to have to force on Astralis. It actually works out for Karrigan in the end. Yeah, you can see the frustration on Nico's face. Used to be, last year, we'd have Nico Cam. Yes. He was one of the most expressive players at all in the league, always just wearing his heart on his sleeve.
Yeah, and all of his expressions were pure frustration, wasn't it? It was hard to watch, wasn't it?
It's agony.
Now, that's the last timeout that FaZe have. Mm-hmm. They don't have any more left. So whatever they come up with now, it's got to work for the rest of the map. And 2 UMPs, the saved M4, they're being stretched thin right now.
It's the same situation that Astralis were in the last round, right? Astralis, you can hear their coach Zonic shouting, you know, come on, boys. I mean, they are the ones who took the risk last round, went for the force buy, spent their money, and just put everything on the line. Now it's FaZe. You can see they have nothing left in the bank. It's all or nothing here for FaZe Clan, and this is their map as well. Oh, yeah, boy.
Putting Rain on 1 health. That looked like a very awkward fight.
That was unreal. How does Rain survive on 1 HP? And that was a sloppy fight from Rain as well. And it wasn't like that was clear cut, but still, he comes out ahead. Not going to find the gun. Nico takes down Zipnix and Squeak Door over on A site. Now it's on Glaive to be the hero, and he will fall as well. Guardian with the M4 picking up the kill. This is spinning out of control here for Astralis. They're getting picked off one after another.
Very awkward fights. Device will take down olofmeister in the middle at least, but it's not always clear that that's going to be enough when you're in a 2 versus 5 as it just was. There's one more kill. I'm not sure why FaZe are giving them all of these peaks for free. Just wait and use the clock against them. Device going to be around the corner. C-set in hand. Almost takes down Rain, but not quite. Dupree still in play, and he has got the bomb. The smoke is there to cover the cross, but there's not even anyone at the truck to smoke off. Nico instead is walking up behind him. Dupree would have to be a genius to figure this out because he just came from this direction. 35 seconds. Dupree doing his best to check the bomb site. He's going to be walking around. He must be feeling secure that no one is actually here, but as soon as he puts it down, Nico is going to be walking out. Now is in the open. Rain is rotating in as well with very little health. Long flashbang comes up. There's the shadow. The spray is in. Nico in a lot of trouble now. Dupree needs one single headshot. There it is, but Rain comes in. One single health and a triple kill. And FaZe survived that scare. That's as close as it gets.
Oh, man. All you can do, yeah, exactly, man. All you can do is roll your eyes, take a deep breath. That's unreal. 1 HP on the first duel, the kill versus Device, and the hero clutch in the end.
Think about the trick that he had to take from the B-bomb side. If he's there just a little bit too late, he's waiting for it. That is so close.
That's perfect timing from Rain. Great spacing from him to just step out. As soon as Nico takes that fight, boom, he's in the action. He secures it. It's a hero play from Dupree as well. They made that so close. Given how many people they had dropped at the beginning of that round, Astralis, for them to turn it into a 1v1 clutch situation, that is going to put FaZe on edge.
Yeah, from a 2 versus 5 into a 1 versus 1. That's something you really can't allow. That should almost never happen. And again, they're forgetting about playing for the time and using the bomb as, you know, as an advantage. Instead, they peek again. Definitely not a good idea. 6-round gap here, so we are just sorting out a monitor issue, and then we'll be back in the game. It should be quick. I mean, I don't know. I would say FaZe could make this comeback if they had the money. The problem is their economy is shredded right now.
Both of these teams are on edge. I'm curious to see how confident Astralis are, though, because this is one of those situations now where Glaive has to make a call. He has to say, we're going to put it all on the line again. We really are going to turn this into just a straight-up brawl. There's not going to be anything subtle about it. We're just going to run at each other, and whoever cracks first, whoever can't get up anymore, that's it. They lose. Or he plays at halvesies and he plays for the long game. Because their money is kind of in the middle right now, Anders. They can't afford to go for a full buy. They could buy, but it wouldn't be a pretty one.
Yeah, it's always a hard call at this point. I mean, I would say Astralis could probably keep the pressure up. I mean, they could go for 2 AKs and then pistols on the rest, and maybe that would almost be enough. Because they know that if they break them now, then FaZe are probably going to be out of this first map.
Round bonus isn't going to get too incredible either. They just made 1,400. They'll make 1,900 if they lose this round. Astralis with the bomb plant. I mean, if they go for a half buy and get a bomb plant here, just invest in pistol Kevlar, get a bomb plant, then they have a very comfortable buy coming up for them, Astralis. So it looks like we've solved everything here. We're ready to get going. The countdown has begun to get the round started, and we'll see which way is Glaive going to take this. Is he going to call for the buy, or is he going to call for the long play? And no, never mind.
Oh, we got tricked. So they re-timed out the match for just a second, which is...
this is a tactical. And it's something we have to make very clear. When it's a technical timeout, when it's an issue with a PC or something, the players, they all get muted immediately. They're not able to talk, so they can't take advantage of that time to talk about strategies. And so Glaive now probably had a little bit of time to think there. He's going to take the timeout, communicate that to his team, and then they'll move forward.
That's very interesting. Yeah, I mean, the longer you play, I would say... The bigger the chance is that FaZe are going to wake up from the shell shock that they experienced in the first half. You know, they're going to sort of shake that off, and some of their players are going to start to wake up. I mean, olofmeister and Carrigan at the bottom of the score, but that's fine. But olofmeister on 10 kills. I mean, you give him 6 more rounds to play with in this map. Who knows? He could take over the whole map.
Could come alive. I mean, he's got that M4 right now. He's full bot. He's got everything, and it's looking like Astralis are putting it all on the line. They've gone for the big buy. They've got the 2 rifles, like you said. They've got the 3 pistols to go with them. And they just want to keep that pressure up on FaZe. They don't want to let FaZe breathe.
Astralis with a dangerous peek. There are 2 men staring his way. They're going to try and force it back, but Sip is actually covering. If they try and walk out, he's not opened the door. That's always dangerous when you go into main like that. You can get caught there. Instead, it looks like they want to go for a boost, which is almost always a good idea.
What Astralis have to be thinking right now is that FaZe, they've used a lot of utility. If you look at the nade count right now, they've used incendiaries, they've used flashes, smokes. FaZe have hardly got anything to work with. And so Astralis, look at that, they have all the nades. They can just sit back and wait, put that pressure on FaZe, and go for an execute with all of the nades that they have to use.
We should give some credit to FaZe because in previous rounds, they've been very aggressive with the peaks. And right now, Astralis are waiting. They're sort of expecting that. They're not getting anything. So time is burning off of their clock, and they're not getting anything except for some mid-control here in return. Now FaZe are going to re-aggress towards the A-main area, actually putting Nico all the way up here. Now only 38 seconds. This could be just perfect timing. Flashbang right in Nico's eyes. He can't see a single thing, and he's going to be down. Olofmeister and Karrigan now the only ones defending the E-bomb side. This could be a lot of trouble. They're coming up highway as well. Device goes down. Karrigan with a big kill, and Olof spraying and not hitting many bullets. He's going to be down and out. So Dupree getting that kill. Karrigan doing the best that he can with the FAMAS. It's 2 versus 3 with 17 seconds, and somehow FaZe managed to hold on to the bomb site here. 10 seconds for Glaive, and it's not enough. Karrigan is a hero. Quad kill on him. I have no idea how they defended that. That should have been a lost round. Very impressive. When they lose Nico that far up, and Olofmeister misses an entire magazine, that's not a good way to get started. Then Karrigan with the FAMAS, the worst rifle of them all.
It's Karrigan's positioning that it's admirable. He's never allowing more than one person on Astralis to peek him at a time, and that's exactly what he wants. He wants those 1v1 duels. He knows that he's got their superior firepower, and it all plays out perfectly for him. But you have to give it to Astralis. They made that so close on a force buy, but now the plan's backfired for them. They wanted to put as much pressure as possible on FaZe. Now FaZe get a chance to breathe because Astralis have to eco. They've only got pistols, nothing to back them up this time. Oh.
That's a great grenade, isn't it?
That's a monster nade right there.
With no Kevlar vest, those grenades do so much more damage. The Kevlar does absorb a bit of the shrapnel. Nico with a good couple of kills. Device will take 1, but still should be just fine for FaZe here, assuming they don't give too many more challenges up. Just play it safe from here on out. There is no reason to give them the fight. Olaf will this time connect, no problem at all. It's looking good right now for the CT side.
Yep, Guardian spots Dupree very quickly there in mid. And it's on Device now to hope that FaZe rotate off that A site, but there's absolutely no reason for FaZe to do so. If he can get the bomb planted and lose the round, all of his teammates and him get $800. That's the goal right now for him, is to get that bomb planted.
You probably wish that door was open, because opening it is going to give away the game. And no one is going to miss that cue.
Oh man, he tags Olaf down to 26 though. That was a big wall bang, but it's not going to happen for him.
It would have been fun, but he was pretty much locked in. No way out, except death now. 13-9, and it's getting strange here. I look like Astralis were about to knock it out of the park and just make it to the second map, no problem, which, by the way, would have been their map pick. But I'm sensing a comeback here.
I think this is admirable from FaZe. We were expecting if FaZe needed to get the strong start because they have the raw aimers. Do they have the structure, though? Do they have the faith and the confidence in their structure to carry them through a long, drawn-out match? That's what we weren't sure about. But right now, FaZe are showing some backbone. They're showing some grit.
Very aggressive push early on in the big trade. Glaive for Rain. It leaves Olofmeister and Karrigan, who's in the vent right above. They could Molotov Karrigan out from the middle. Sip has the angle, but now they definitely know Karrigan is there. Looks like Dupree wants to back off for the moment, so could have been a fight, but nobody's willing to make any mistakes. I mean, you see this sometimes late in rounds or late in the half, that people start to try and make less mistakes, except for Nico, way out in the open and fighting Kiebu.
That's where you have that confidence that can backfire on you. This is a big lurk from Karrigan, though, right through the smoke. Catches Device looking the wrong way. It's tit for tat right now in this round. 13-9, Astralis in the lead, but they've taken a lot of damage on Astralis' side. The one big thing, again, that Astralis have to work with here is nade superiority. 2 flashes left on FaZe. Astralis have a whole host of grenades to work with, so they have 50 seconds left to get those in play and get that bomb planted.
Checking the middle. making a bit of noise. If they end up gravitating towards the B bomb side, both Olaf and Karrigan are there, and right now, it looks like FaZe want to go aggressive. Oh no, Olafmeister, that might be giving it away. Somehow he gets the kill on Kievu. dupreeh caught sleeping for a moment. Now they're going to be running into the bomb site. Karrigan is there to shut it down. It looked like they were being given the perfect gift in Olafmeister with that aggression, and somehow it still backfires. Sip is great at winning these, but not with 15 seconds.
He has so little room for error now. So far away from the bomb site still, and Karrigan alive on the site. All Karrigan has to do is stay hidden. Xyp9x burning valuable time. Karrigan behind the boxes. Xyp9x needs to hit an instant headshot if he wants to get a chance at this, and it's just not going to be good enough. Karrigan, he plays it so perfectly, just making noise. All he has to do is make footsteps. Xyp9x knows he's on the site, and Karrigan, it's not Karrigan getting the kill, it's Guardian in the end. But that was so sick from Karrigan. As soon as Xyp9x starts planting, Karrigan just starts making footstep noises. He doesn't even show himself.
That little graphic is a scary one. If you're in the 10% that thought Astralis were going to be able to do this. FaZe winning 7 out of the last 8 rounds. Closing a huge gap, and now they're back to 13-10. And they're still on it. Their economy's still not that great. That's the one thing that we could sort of look at here, but it's getting there, slowly.
Slowly but surely. Guardian's hoping to get lucky through the smoke again. That's Raid. A little bit of pressure there. Device down to 87, just gets clipped. And while Astralis, they have a very slow approach to this round. It's another hard eco for them, although dupreeh has picked up Kevlar. He's the only one really making that investment. And they're treating this like a regular round right now, Astralis. They've had some close ones with the pistols so far. And so now it's a matter of catching him peeking. Olafmeister eventually gets the kill on Device. That took quite a bit of time, and Xyp9x down to 6 HP. This is still FaZe advantage here.
Still more than a minute left. I mean, should be an easy enough round to win here for FaZe. But again, taking too many fights, especially when they're not happening near bomb sites, not always necessary. Rain is in a good position to catch anyone coming through the vent. When they don't have armor on at least 2 of their players, shouldn't really be possible to make it through. dupreeh actually is the only one with armor, so I don't know.
He is the one you want taking this fight. He's got the helmet as well, so Rain won't be able to insta-give him. But up close, off angle, and Olaf. Oh, that's big. Might hear it, though. We'll see. dupreeh has no idea that somebody's at his back, but he still gets a kill on Rain before getting taken out. It's all on Nico now to hold the line here at the A site, and it should work out perfectly for him. Xyp9x hoping to get lucky with the CZ, but it's not meant to be. Nico, 2 headshots, holds the line, and FaZe now comfortably into double digits. 13-11. They're 2 rounds away from tying it up.
And Nico starting to catch up in kills. Not a good sign for Astralis. He's got 19, tied with dupreeh. 20, though, on Sip and Device. But this kind of solid play here, no chance at all for them to make it onto the site. So 13-11. Now the money's back in Astralis' pocket, so they have rifles. The strange UMP on Sip in this round, which is a little bit worrying.
It makes you wonder, do they have a set strategy that they want to execute? Guardian getting Molotovs is... he is trying to play on the edge of the smoke, but they do have a bit of presence here in mid. The Molotov going to go down, forcing Karrigan into the open. Doesn't stop him from picking up another kill. 2 kills for him. Everybody getting a piece of the action here for FaZe.
Rain in the vent, the big crossfire there. That was actually a 3-man stack in middle. And Astralis felt so confident because they had the Molotov to force Karrigan out. They thought, that's it. We've got him out in the open. He's not going to be able to make it out. And then essentially they're fighting 3 people. Not a good round for Astralis. Glaive looking the wrong way when he comes into the bomb site, and Nico will take him down. Xyp9x now being flanked from every angle. Shot at the back as well. Olafmeister will drop him. 13-12, and you see the FaZe jerseys there. People are getting very excited here in Atlanta. And you could understand why, man. This comeback is out of control. They only had 3 rounds in the entire first half FaZe, and now they've almost tied it up.
This is not what we're used to seeing on Cash. We're used to seeing very even score lines between the teams, 8-7, 9-6. Astralis had a fantastic first half, getting into double digits in the first half. And just the fact that FaZe are showing that they're quite capable of withstanding the pressure as well. Well, we are talking about 2, if not the 2 best teams in the world right now, Anders. It is fitting that we have them in the finals, and it is fitting that it's going the distance.
Yeah, if you had to sort of, if you had to make a wish, these would be the 2 teams you'd want, right? From the very beginning, it looked like that was going to be the best possible matchup. This is just impressive. I'm shocked that karrigan gets the first kill, but the fact that Rain comes in from the vent as well is just too much.
Insult to injury. You can hear Zonic shouting. Astralis' coach just trying to get his boys pumped up, trying to get them hyped. Because this is it. They've had so many opportunities now, Astralis, to close this out. Nothing has gone their way so far. Flash just there to stumble them a little bit. There's quite the presence over towards B for FaZe. 2 in mid, 2 in the B site. Just
hearing an Astralis chant in the crowd. People are trying to get behind the team that they support and really hype them up. Maybe that's what's needed. Something more than Sonic here.
They're getting drowned out by the FaZe fans, though, Anders.
Oh.
But Astralis, you got to give it to them. The Astralis fans, showing heart.
Fan battle. That's what I love. dupreeh hoping to get a shot on Rain, but he was behind the box through the smoke. They still have a very good mid presence here. karrigan close, Guardian behind him with the sniper. Not easy to break that kind of hold. Some good grenades are required. karrigan gets one big kill, a great follow-up. He's shot in the back, but that's still worth it. Fantastic play from karrigan.
2 for 1, and they still do not commit to the A site. So they look to continue the fight in mid here, Astralis, wanting to recover at least 1 AK, and that's clever from Glaive, because now they're all armed. Xyp9x, if he can find a rifle as well, things could get pretty healthy here for Astralis. Now it's a matter of them grouping up. I really would like to see them at least get a duo together to work together as a unit, but instead they've split up all over the place. It looks like dupreeh will peel back to try and start working with his teammates, though. Xyp9x has recovered the bomb, and now we have to see Astralis collapse onto a site together as a unit.
They need to get Rain first, and he's already shut down Glaive. Not quite getting the timing down right, and it's too late for that kill. 10 seconds, and 1 versus 3 here for Sip, and he's completely flashed. Easy kill for olofmeister, and that's tied up the scoreline. 13-13 from 12-3 into 13-13. I think you can call that a comeback.
Yeah, absolutely. You can call that a complete and utter collapse on Astralis' side as well. Depends on who you want to go. You know, I praise FaZe, criticize Astralis. I mean, two sides to the same coin, right?
Why not both? Similar.
Why not both? Exactly. The memes. But I mean, right
so
now.
When you come out of the vent like that and you've got someone wrapping around the other side on B, you really do need to have the timing to check that box from both angles at the same time, and Astralis didn't. That allowed Rain to just easily take those kills, and that's a job well done. And now he's looking for more. On top of the smoke, on top of the box, he's got 30 bullets, and he's already spotted one sneaking by. dupreeh trying to get a bit too much, and Rain escaping back in where his teammates are waiting for him. This is just very well played.
And you can see him trying to dodge away, so he's not going to get flashed with those grenades going off. There's one left on Xyp9x. We'll see if he gets it in play. It's not looking like it, though. They're getting cut down in droves. Rain, olofmeister. There's karrigan chiming in. It's all on device now. 1v5, and not for long. Rain, he has mercy. Ends his plight, ends his suffering. 3 kills for Rain, and FaZe take the lead, Anders. 14-13. They're 2 rounds away from picking up the first map in this best-of-3 grand of finals.
8 straight rounds. Man, if tonight was your first night tuning in and watching Counter-Strike and you thought, I'm just going to check out what this is, you picked quite a good match for it. This does not happen every day. It's rare we see comebacks on this scale, and in a grand finals as well, with everything on the line against Astralis of all teams.
The rivalry, man, that's shaping up between these two teams is fantastic. Going into the end of the year, going into the major in Boston at the beginning of next year, the World Championships. So when you want to see both of these teams firing on all cylinders.
Ecos right on the other side. Cabu, not aware just yet. Is he gonna challenge the smoke? Running through smokes can get you killed very easily, but with a little help from a friend, a little flashbang here and there, maybe it can make a difference. Sip trying to draw some of the attention away. There's Guardian, though, long range. AWP, karrigan with a headshot. Guardian again, and Nico shutting it down. Nothing that Astralis can do. 15 rounds and map point here for FaZe. They need just 1 more round.
A flawless hold for FaZe. Totally prepared for it. Astralis hoping that FaZe were going to play retake on A, that they were going to have that focus on B, considering how often Astralis have been going mid and B so far in the end of this second half. Instead, they changed it up, but karrigan reads them like a book. His old teammates. And there's Nico. 2 kills for him in that round, both of them crucial. But it is map point now for FaZe, Anders.
I mean, the best that Astralis can hope for now is overtime, and they are going to put a bit of a squad in. They get the perfect flashbang. They mow down Guardian, and there's no one else on the bomb site. Rain, a little bit late to the party for once. That's not easy to catch him out, but they've actually done it. They're going to smoke him off. They're going to put down the bomb. Karrigan will get a kill on Device, but this should be an Astralis round. Very improbable retake here for FaZe.
They've lost their lurker, Astralis. That's the big thing. Device has gone down. And so Glaive holding close checkered. He's going to get outflanked very soon here by olofmeister, but olofmeister has to worry about the man in mid as well. This is going to get chaotic, and the bomb is ticking. They're running out of time here, FaZe, and they have so many corners to check.
A lot of time is off the clock. That bomb is going to go up very soon. olofmeister charging in, and Glaive takes him down there. Sip as well. Karrigan with the second kill, but they're running out of players right now, and Astralis will make it to 14. Still alive. Still barely alive, Semler.
Unbelievable.
That's the second round in the second after they get. That's saying something.
It was 3 rounds for FaZe in the first half. Astralis are sitting on 2 rounds themselves. We could have a mirror and go to overtime here on the first map of this grand finals. But Astralis finally deciding, you know what? We need to just rush. Time to change it up, the pace. No more slow play. Get out on the beat. Throw it all out there. And now they actually have a very even buy. Both of these teams, as FaZe had an incredible bank, so there's no surprise there. But Astralis, they get that AWP, and so Device has got his sniper rifle. And Dupree waiting for the aggression from Nico, and he might have a chance here. Nico right on the edge. There's an opportunity, but he gets team flashed, and that stops him.
Man, so many grenades being traded there. He was also slowed down by the Molotov, so if he had rushed it, it could have also been very dangerous, but you could see that he wanted to. Nico's alone on the bomb site, and they're going to try and go quick. Guardian is trying to help out from Highway, and Nico's actually hiding inside of the smoke. There's Karrigan and Guardian again, taking down Glaive. That leaves Device and Sip here. 2 players left to try and hold on to map number 1. It is not looking good for Astralis right now. FaZe have embarked on an epic comeback, and they're almost there. Just 2 more kills, and they will have done it for map number 1. Sip closing the door, doesn't want anyone to come and flank them, but they need the bomb plant. As soon as that happens, you know that FaZe are going to move closer. They're going to try and do it.
And no mistakes made by FaZe this time. They're waiting for that bomb plant noise. They're not overcommitting. They're not looking for early duels. There's a chance here. Zipnik spots the man holding a truck. Karrigan dancing right on the edge, gets the heel shot out from under him, but Rain decides that's the time to pounce. He picks up the frag, and Device charges into his death. FaZe have done it. They've executed the comeback, and they've picked up the first map in this best of 3. 1 map away from hoisting the trophy.
Now you're all in.
Yeah, and you're looking to try, but already Rain, he's going for the hard counter to that. He's gonna, you want contact? I'll give you contact. He's trying to charge and look for the fight immediately, and unfortunately for Device, he's not able to take advantage of that.
They've 3-man stacked in the B bomb site in a pistol round. Have they lost their minds? Look at this. Nico on top. This is very risky. It might seem like it's great. Obviously, Astralis almost are never going to be able to check this. It's so unlikely that this happens. But it also means you have 3 men that are doing nothing at all if they don't show up.
It's super risky, but sometimes that's what you want to do, and especially if you're going to have Guardian over on A, rip Device's head off. He spots Glaive as well. So there's the information. Still plenty of time to play with here, and Glaive long range with the P250, trades the kill, and that's the decision to go. Astralis, they're going to spring the trap and just go charging onto the A site.
They're in trouble right now. They need to get the kills. Oliver's gone down as well. Rain still fighting, and he is a god with a pistol, looking for more headshots. He settled it in the first map, and now he's doing it again. Another headshot comes in, clicking through the smoke, and that's a bit too much to hope for, but it's a 2-on-2 for the retake, and Rain, he's running him down. Kirby in trouble, hiding up against the edge of the wall. Rain looking for one more headshot. He's got a single bullet, and he's not going to connect. The bomb is being defused inside, but Sip will stop it. Karrigan, not with a chance, and Rain trying to take over. Sip, he's not having the angle. There it is. Astralis win the pistol. In spite of everything that Rain did, almost winning the round single-handedly.
On both maps now, Rain has stood out on the CT side for FaZe Clan, kept them competitive. It looks so promising. It looks so promising for FaZe when Guardian gets the first kill and forces Astralis into that win-or-die sort of situation. Sure enough, Glaive shows up and is the hero for Astralis in this round. You got to give it to him. That kill on Guardian made all the difference.
I mean, imagine if he runs down Kiebu. Then he can back and stop Sipnix from shooting Karrigan, who's defusing the bomb. And it was close. It was very close. He almost won that round.
Just trying to commit to it. Just trying to go for the hero play. Pros don't fake. But olofmeister now, clever, but not enough. He does get the headshot on Kirby. He does a lot of damage. But olofmeister gets taken out. Kirby survives. And it's a forced buy round here from FaZe, but Guardian is managing his economy, trying to get that AWP as quickly as possible. I like to see that. There are days, or there were days, where Guardian would spend all of his money and just throw, chance to the wind. Maybe he wouldn't have that sniper rifle quickly.
And everybody, even if you're an Astralis fan, you want to see Guardian with the sniper. It's just too entertaining. Nico with the deagle, playing around the pillar. A lot of smoke going up. That's one good kill, but Kirby was already low. Can he get the next rushing around? There it is, lining him up for the quick triple, and Guardian will shut it down. FaZe win the round. Ring around the rosy.
There's the laugh, there's the chuckle. He doesn't even believe it went that well. That is unbelievable.
But that's such a good highlight to show that it isn't always about aim. Some of it is about positional play. He played the edge of the smoke, he used the pillar as a cover all the time, and that's it. Also, Astralis did have 5 UMPs.
Yeah.
It's worth pointing out.
5 UMPs. I mean, that's that middle ground where you want to have as many nades as possible if you're Astralis. You're trying to really take advantage of a full execute, but it comes back to bite them in the end. And well, now it is going to be FaZe. They held on to those 3 UMPs from the last round, and they've got 2 M4s to back them as well. And this is a real chance now for FaZe to get the lockdown because Astralis have committed themselves this round. They've spent all of their money on this. So FaZe, they get a chance to really set up that streak. Astralis, slow playing it, taking their time. Zipnik's hanging around out towards B. Dupree also creating just a little bit of space over here. FaZe have to be careful about giving Astralis too much room early on in the round here, though, on this CT side. Like, they're challenging mid early. You see that time and time again from FaZe, but they need to maybe set up some kind of trap over in restrooms or in mid, the way that Kerrigan is trying to push now for info. Maybe do that a little bit earlier so that Astralis can't get too comfortable.
That's one of the really big differences between this and Cash, which was our first map, is that you have to make the T's spend grenades to get map control. That's the trade you have to force them to make, because if you let them get up to the bomb site with all of their grenades still intact, then you've definitely got trouble. Dupree. Is he going to check this? C-set versus UMP. I probably favor the C-set at this point in time, so Kerrigan has got to be very careful. And Guardian is in the bomb site, but can't really cover him easily, so this could be a really awkward fight. 30 seconds left, and Kerrigan is going to get flashed in. That's great play. Does get shut down afterwards, but still better than doing nothing and just waiting.
A risky situation here for Guardian. He's full flashed. He's out in the open. He's got a nade in hand right now, and he is going to get overwhelmed. Device hits the timing perfectly, and this could turn into a back-and-forth situation as they go charging onto the site. Device with a second kill, and he gives his team the man advantage going into it. 10 seconds left, though, and that bomb has not been planted. Olafmeister might have got the key frag right here to save the day.
That's a huge kill. Kirby jumping back in, and he's just going to get the bomb plant down, but he's alone and completely stuck behind this, and he has to fight them. Gets one headshot, jumping up while shooting the AK. That is madness. Nico coming out for a big spray, and he gets the headshot last second with the UMP, and FaZe win the round.
Nico survives with 1 health. 1 health. That's how close it was. The finest of margins. Look at Gary's face. He knows. He knows he should have had that.
Oh, man.
That's right.
Those are some very small margins, Samla. I mean, you can't even write this, can you? You couldn't have orchestrated it. It's so incredibly close. 1 health, 1 bullet, a single headshot, and 2-1. FaZe barely get out, and Astralis know it. They got the bomb plant down. They're going to buy anyway.
That's a kick in the teeth. And yeah, you've got Glaive and Zipnix right now. You know, they're taking the hit for their team, making sure that Device and Dupree have those AKs with the nades to back them. Astralis refused to give up early on. Not as much nade damage as I thought would be given there to Kirby. He's lucky there.
Yeah, you never know with those grenades. Sometimes they're hard to judge.
Sometimes you think it's going to be a monster nade, and sometimes it just turns into like a pitter-patter.
It actually looked like Nico wanted to go and check the monster tunnel, but they're not going to take any big risks. Obviously, we have to point out that big AWP on Guardian. Huge sniper rifle. We're hoping that we see a bit of action out of him later on. He's covering long for now, so pretty much dependent on where Astralis decide to go. You could see 2 angles that he's covering. He sees the gun barrel. He definitely knows.
Knows that somebody's at long now. He's looking for confirmation on mid. Pretty sure he heard the shot, and there it is. Device tries to pounce on him, but it's not going to happen. Guardian with the opening kill. And that's just going to slow things down for Astralis. Only problem here for Astralis, they've got 45 seconds left in the round, Anders. They don't have a whole lot of time to goof around here.
And even worse, there's 3 men on the A bomb site, so this push with 2 AKs, I don't know. They need They need 2 incredible entry frags with no reply from FaZe. Otherwise, I actually don't think they can break this hold. And FaZe know it. They're playing very defensively, which is very smart. They're not giving anything away for free. Rain sees the shadow. That's a brilliant flashbang, shutting down Rain. Guardian still in play, though, with the AWP, and now the rest of the rotation coming in. Bit of a Molotov there. Olofmeister coming up from the back and getting a great double spray down. Kjærby, the last one left. He gets a headshot, and the bomb is down, but this is such a big task. They're all coming for him. This AK might not be enough, and Nico will shut it down again. FaZe winning a 3rd round.
Yeah, Nico with the AK of his own that he saved from the last round. The clutch against Kjærby. And there we go, FaZe up. The chance in the crowd, and this is the first kill that we saw here from Guardian. And that was the key frag, just because Astralis, that triggers them to push onto the site, to attempt to try and rush Guardian down afterwards. With so little time left, the pressure on Astralis, they weren't able to make it happen.
And it's worth noticing how mobile he is. He gets the first kill over at long by the truck, then rotates back down, and the next kill he gets is on the stairwell. Now, if you imagine from Astralis, it's easy for us to see, but from Astralis' point of view, they call it out with the first kill. They say, oh, he's by bank. And then next time, oh, wait, no, he's actually, it's very hard. And they need to keep track of him because they need the smokes to block him off. And they don't know where he is half the time. So it's one of the really frustrating things about playing against Guardian. He is so mobile, though. Oh, timing.
A moment's hesitation there from Device. He had a chance, but he didn't jump on it. That's real tough, though, from Guardian, right? I mean, you know that Guardian plays there. You know that that's going to be exactly where he is on the site, round after round, every time. He loves that position, and yet he still manages to get kills from it. It's still so hard to counter this man with that when he has that sniper rifle. Rain, though, monster flank from him. Here's hearing the footsteps. There's the 1 kill and the second as well. Bomb dropped for him on top of it all.
He actually does tend to be very aggressive on this part of the map, Rain, when they play. Very hard to deal with, as evidenced by a quick triple, leaving Device entirely alone, scouring the map and hoping for just 1 more kill. I mean, they didn't invest a lot in this round anyway, Astralis, so they could be all right with not making much progress, but 1 more kill would have been good.
Yeah, you just need to try and get a grip on FaZe's economy. So this is when it's really going to start running away. They've all got around 4,000 to 5,000 in the bank right now, FaZe. For a full buy, you want to have around like that 5,000, 5.5 mark. And so FaZe, they're getting to that point now where after this round, if they win it, they're going to have a lot of room to maneuver as far as the economy is concerned. They're going to be able to afford to get the grenades every round.
Here's where things get exciting. Device has picked up the AWP, and you said it, Guardian, he usually plays around that sort of CT spawn area. Can they shut him down? Is Device going to be able to best Guardian in an AWP versus AWP battle? Will this be what changes things for Astralis? They're not doing so badly here, but still, 4-1. Good for FaZe.
And look at the setup, Anders. This is it, the counter. FaZe, they've put it all on aggression. This is the big play. Olofmeister gets 1. Nico there to trade it. Nico needs to get out of here, though. And in the meantime, Kerrigan putting pressure on Connector. He is going to get spotted out by Xyp9x, looking to connect with the frag, but Xyp9x with the headshot immediately there. 3 on 3. And Nico, instead of backing off, what is he doing? He set a trap.
That's so close. He actually hit him through the smoke, and Nico knows it. He was reloading. I think he might have realized, and instead of taking the fight, he is going to try and back off here. It's a 3-on-3 of Rain hiding at the edge of the smoke inside of the restrooms. I mean, how do you even get onto a bomb site when FaZe are taking the fight that far up on the map? Looks like they're going to rotate back towards B, where Guardian is holding, and they have 1 smoke to cover him off with. I wonder if Sip knows how to smoke sniper from out here. It looks like they're not even going to try.
Might just try and get it out onto the site itself. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Create as much space as possible to get the bomb plant. Guardian. Bomb gets chucked across as well, so he won't even be able to cancel it out with the AWP. He attempts an HE and does a lot of damage to Xyp9x, so there's that. He's got a teammate, Rain, who's already worked his way out into pit. This is going to be the big frag here. Spots out Xyp9x. Zip now knows that somebody's holding close, and Rain trying to be clever, trying to move around.
Nico coming in with a big flank here. They're trying to get the timing down right. FaZe, they need a count of 3 and all go at the same time. Device is out. Sip is slow. This is not looking good. And Nico there with the flank, taking down Sip, and Glaive is gone on the high ground. It's Guardian reigning supreme with the AWP, and FaZe will pick up another round, leaving Astralis in the dust here. This is impressive, and I hate to do this, but we've done it all the way through. You look at the scoreboard, dupreeh right now has got 0 kills. That can't happen. That can't continue.
It's a cold game for him. He's just not having any luck. But first map for Guardian, it's kind of the same story. Really wasn't able to get into the fight until much later on. And so you kind of hope to see the same result there for dupreeh, that eventually he'll shake it off. At least he's not going to have a James Bond He's 0-1-6.
Yes, true. He's avoided that part of it. We saw it earlier. I mean, when Cloud9 were playing, I think Skadoodle had one game, at least one crucial game there. It happens to everybody at some point, but in the grand finals, that's not where you want it. They've got AKs back, and let's see if they can break this hold that FaZe have on the CT side. It is looking good. They make a little bit of a breakthrough here into Sewer, but with some grenade damage on Glaive.
This is all about timing. And it looks like FaZe, they decided to hunker down. We have seen teams start to use that, the flash over into sewers with the peek on short to follow. I like the angle. Clever stuff from Glaive. Looking for the wall bang through onto the site. Looking for common spots that are held by CT players. But instead, it's just turned into a waiting game between both teams now. dupreeh is the one who's waiting for this very boost. Is it going to pay off for him, though? He's got the angle. Glaive, instead, is going to be the one who gets shredded down to 36.
That should be a kill every single time if you're waiting for that, because once they're jumping, that is not a good way to get started. Guardian weirdly missing a shot, but Rain won't. There to follow it up. And right now, Astralis have wasted a lot of time and got very little map control for it. 45 seconds here.
It's remarkable how chaotic these rounds are. And yet this is favoring FaZe with that individual playstyle, where you can put any one player in a spot, and sure enough, there's the setup. Rain with one, looking for, oh my god, he gets the transfer as well. Unbelievable. Glaive not even gonna be able to be the hero here, and it's Device, but not for long. Guardian with 2 kills at long. Rain though, what a play from him. That transfer was sick.
That's a deep flashbang from within the CT spawn that lands right in their faces. There's nothing they could do. That's beautiful. Great timing, and you see dupreeh trying to shake it off. I mean, what could you say? Carrigan absolutely excited. 6-1, ladies and gentlemen, here for map number 2 in favor of FaZe. This is looking remarkably well for them. I mean,
well, just think of what Carrigan's got to be feeling right now.
Yes.
Kicked from Astralis, cast out into the wild. Decide, oh, he just barely makes it. Nicely done. It's going to be the change of pace here from Astralis, charging out onto the B site very quickly. The defense holds for now. Olafmeister getting help, and he doesn't need it. What a shot! 3 kills for him, and Carrigan with the last one once again. 7 rounds on the board now for FaZe. And well, it's fitting that Carrigan gets the last frag. He was there when Astralis started. He got removed from the team. And now here he is facing off against his old teammates in the grand finals. $500,000 on the line, Anders.
This is ridiculous. You really are not supposed to live through this if you're Olafmeister.
No scope. Get out.
Why not?
Get out.
7-1. It was a great setup. I actually love that setup from Astralis. The smoke that far ahead, like that's going to instantly smoke off Sniper. And then they're on the bomb side. The flashbangs were good. Everything was working, but just couldn't account for Olaf and that triple kill. We've got a timeout being called here from Astralis to try and figure out how to get back in this game at all.
Yeah, and you got to look to dupreeh. I think right now there's some pressure.
0 kills, 8 deaths, 24 ADR. Luckily, he's got a headset on, so I can't hear what we're saying.
Oh, he knows it.
Otherwise, he might not forgive us.
dupreeh has been up and down, but he is a player that you used to have to tell him, don't look at your scoreboard, because all he would do is be tabbing and looking at his scoreboard throughout the map. And if he had a slow start, well, Device.
There's the battle.
That's the strong start in this round.
There's the battle. Sniper versus Sniper. And he did win it the first time around, at least. Maybe the Danes have something to work with here. They've left Nico alone on the B bomb side, and he's kind of an exposed position down there. Sip is on the other side, but there's so much time right now for them to make up their minds. They really don't have to be too worried at the moment, Astralis.
No, take their time. They still have quite a few nades to work with as well. The 4 smoke grenades. Olaf is just putting a shot through the wall, hoping to just catch Zipnix in the head. That's unbelievable. But you're absolutely right, Anders, and it is all about the money. The headshots, they look flashy, they look cool. But if you can't afford to buy the rifles, your life is going to get a whole lot harder. And so right now, FaZe, they're just squeaking by. They still have just a little bit of bank left. So Astralis, they have a lot more work to do here. They need to start chaining rounds. Force FaZe to spend money.
It's a pretty big bank on Rain. That's actually a problem because he can drop for a teammate and still by himself, so otherwise, they're doing a pretty good job. Guardian in one of his favorite positions, and he's good at it. A headshot on Device. So round 1 Device wins it, and Guardian comes right back. You've got to keep a count on this because it could decide the whole outcome of this game. Kjaerbye ready to flash his way through. Rain is right on the other side. He's just going to blind shoot through. Rain with a headshot on Kjaerbye. That's a good way to get another one in there. Rain with a double. Can't get back. Glaive has picked up the AWP. Still 2 versus 3, and Nico, they're pushing up. They're right there. I don't think Glaive can read this.
He has no idea. He has absolutely no idea. I think that Xyp9x got there just a second too late. Wasn't able to spot them going through. And now olofmeister, does he have any idea? Yes, he does. He tries to take the fight, but Xyp9x wins it. Still a 1v2. 35 seconds left, and they have bomb control phase. There's no way for Xyp9x to get out here for free.
Tries to flash himself through. He had to. Waiting would have been the same as losing the round, so that's so rough. But again, I feel like the main problem for them right now is, apart from this AWP battle, is actually Rain. He's taking up an enormous amount of space in that restroom. Every smoke, they have to think that he's behind them. Every time they try and set up, he's there shooting at their legs. It's incredibly annoying. Plus, he's also top fragging.
Yeah. It just shows the depth in this FaZe roster. You know, so much talk about olofmeister, Nico, Guardian. Fair enough. But Rain, he's the best Norwegian player in the world. He is a beast in his own right. And now, well, I mean, we're getting to see that. Grand Finals, and he's top fragging for his team right now, looking very good. Hard eco coming in here for Astralis. No nades picked up, no Kevlar. And so this is it. They're going to miss their chance to really break the FaZe economy. This is FaZe's chance to really just start to run away with this first half. The same way that we saw Astralis run away in the first half on Cash.
Yeah, and it is worth bringing that up, just as a reminder that it's not over until it's over. But FaZe is just a terrifying but also an enchanting team to watch play Counter-Strike. Every single player with just so much firepower. Glaive and Dupree here, looking to do some damage, which is actually important. The fact that FaZe get out of this with all 5 members alive, that really matters going into the late stage of this first half. AWP still in the hands of Guardian here. And on the Astralis side, they can't afford one to counter it with. So, I mean, that's a way to win the AWP battle. Just make sure the other team can't actually buy one.
Oh, I love that stat. 19 of the last 22 rounds. FaZe have just outright dominated Astralis. Coming out of map 1, this is a best of 3. FaZe won the first map. And while now FaZe with the economy, it's not only that, Anders. It's like Astralis can't afford to get an AWP. FaZe can afford to get 2. They can afford to get 3 if they want. If they want to get clever. Again, Rain with the aggression at long. And again, he pulls it off perfectly.
And that's really unforgivable, actually. I mean, it's so impressive for Rain, but he didn't have any backup, right? It's not like there was someone else at birthday party who could take that fight with him. He just walks up and takes down Device and Kjaerbye. If Astralis can't stop that from happening, then how are they going to try and win this first half? That's a question they need to find an answer for really quickly. Rain looking for the shot. There's a headshot on Glaive. He sees the shadow. Now looking for the quad. Finally, Dupree able to take him down, but you have to think it's a bit too late. Sip with the long-range spray against Olof, but still so far gone. And Guardian, aggressive. Why not?
Yeah, I appreciate Guardian being aggressive there because he never really had to back off to begin with. He just held the angle, and there was nobody there to spot him once he has the information that Xyp9x is over towards B. olofmeister and Nico, though, take a deep breath, boys. Don't throw it away. No need to get overly aggressive and give Astralis a way back into the round.
They are falling all the way back in the bomb sites. A lot of things working against Xyp9x in this round. 32 health, 32 seconds. Just not a good time at all, really. Can he find anything at all? It'd be great if there was an AWP on the ground somewhere, but apart from that, it's almost surely going to end in tears here. Trying to get up there, Guardian with the perfect timing as he's mid-air. It's 10 rounds for FaZe. It's way out of control. Astralis don't have the money to really rebuy, but I don't think they should force it either.
Exactly, but at what point, right? At what point do you have to tap out and say, all right, we have to really just start taking big risks? We're seeing a lot of slow play coming in here from Astralis. The one thing that you want to do is look for that timing change where you change up your rhythm. You've got slow play, you go for a rush somewhere. Problem is that the later you get into the half, and especially with how things have been going here, Kerrigan, he should be ready for that sort of call from Astralis. They shouldn't be getting caught off guard from outright aggression. And, well, Rain just continues to rain on their parade.
He's an unbelievably good player on this overpass map. He's just controlling the whole A side of the map, making it impossible for anyone to do anything at all. And Kerrigan, Mowing them down on the stairwell makes for 11 rounds here. Astralis getting nothing out of those C-set 75s. They didn't invest into too much armor, so it's not the end of the...
Actually gets that second kill. It wasn't even intended to take Glaive down. Instead now, it's going to be Kerrigan. Retaking it, Kerrigan, the in-game leader. Taking the site solo, no problem at all. 2 kills for him. And a perfect retake for FaZe Clan. And a perfect hold, as far as I'm concerned, for Olafmeister and Nico. They did everything they needed to. Olaf, 1 for 1. Nico, 2 kills. I mean, FaZe are going into a retake with a man advantage. That's unbelievable. Now we're going into the 15th round now, where Astralis, it's all or nothing. You have to get 3 rounds.
I'm just so impressed. 10 kills on Sip that's the most they have right now. Honestly, the only one in double digits. They have been completely wrecked in this first half. The comeback would have to be, well, the size of the one that FaZe did in the first map. Otherwise, this is not going to last very much longer. 12-2 when we move into the 15th round, the last of the first half. Map number 2 here, the grand finals. And they know that Rain is going to be out here somewhere, but can they stop him? Nico tries for a bit of aggression. He's going to be going down. Rain clicking through, almost hitting a headshot. It's so close. And then finally they get rid of him.
And that just only opens up the space here for Olafmeister to get in. Clever. There is a chance for Kerrigan. That was the shot to hit. Had he dropped the Xyp9x right there, that would have been the bomb in FaZe control. And instead, it's still a man advantage for Astralis. And Xyp9x, Glaive, they're all rotating back over towards this B site. They want to see if they can catch Olafmeister out.
Guardian is actually right behind Kjaerbye. They've walked past each other in some weird coincidence through the smoke. So Guardian is in between the Astralis team right now. Kjaerbye going to be flanking down through the bank. No one knows what's happening any longer. Kerrigan is all the way over by the stairwell, where now Astralis are starting to rotate through. This is a really chaotic round, and somehow he finds the right timing, gets the kill. Sip is down there. Kerrigan, if he gets this headshot, it's too much. Guardian has gone down, but there's only 35 seconds here. Device getting a big kill. Kerrigan jumping down. He's still trying to hunt the bomb down. They smoked him off, and this surely can't happen. He's going to go down to Device, so 3-12 for the first half, favoring FaZe. An amazing performance from them.
An unbelievable scoreline, and on both maps we've had dominant first halves. Now it's Astralis who have to show to us that they can win this. We'll find out after the break when we get into the second half.
You're all in.
Yeah, and you're looking to try, but already Rain, he's going for the hard counter to that. He's gonna, you want contact? I'll give you contact. He's trying to charge and look for the fight immediately, and unfortunately for Device, he's not able to take advantage of that.
They've 3-man stacked in the B bomb site in a pistol round. Have they lost their minds? Look at this. Nico on top. This is very risky. It might seem like it's great. Obviously, Astralis almost are never going to be able to check this. It's so unlikely that this happens, but it also means you have 3 men that are doing nothing at all if they don't show up.
It's super risky, but sometimes that's what you want to do, and especially if you're going to have Guardian over on A, rip Device's head off. He spots Glaive as well. So there's the information. Still plenty of time to play with here, and Glaive long range with the P250, trades the kill, and that's the decision to go. Astralis, they're going to spring the trap and just go charging onto the A site.
They're in trouble right now. They need to get the kills. Oliver's gone down as well. Rain still fighting, and he is a god with a pistol, looking for more headshots. He settled it in the first map, and now he's doing it again. Another headshot comes in, clicking through the smoke, and that's a bit too much to hope for, but it's a 2-on-2 for the retake, and Rain, he's running him down. Kirby in trouble, hiding up against the edge of the wall. Rain looking for one more headshot. He's got a single bullet, and he's not going to connect. The bomb is being defused inside, but Sip will stop it. Carrigan, not with a chance, and Rain trying to take over. Sip, he's not having the angle. There it is. Astralis win the pistol. In spite of everything that Rain did, almost winning the round single-handedly.
On both maps now, Rain has stood out on the CT side for FaZe Clan, kept them competitive. It looks so promising. It looks so promising for FaZe when Guardian gets the first kill and forces Astralis into that win-or-die sort of situation. Sure enough, Glaive shows up and is the hero for Astralis in this round. You got to give it to him. That kill on Guardian made all the difference.
I mean, imagine if he runs down Kiebu. Then he can get back and stop Sipnix from shooting Carrigan, who's defusing the bomb. And it was close. It was very close. He almost won that round.
Just trying to commit to it. Just trying to go for the hero play. Pros don't fake. But Olafmeister now, clever, but not enough. He does get the headshot on Kirby. He does a lot of damage. But Olafmeister gets taken out. Kirby survives. And it's a force buy round here from FaZe, but Guardian is managing his economy, trying to get that AWP as quickly as possible. I like to see that. There are days, well, there were days, where Guardian would spend all of his money and just throw, chance to the wind. Maybe he wouldn't have that sniper rifle quickly.
And everybody, even if you're an Astralis fan, you want to see Guardian with the sniper. It's just too entertaining. Nico with the deagle, playing around the pillar. A lot of smoke going up. That's one good kill, but Kirby was already low. Can he get the next rushing around? There it is, lining him up for the quick triple, and Guardian will shut it down. FaZe win the round. Ring around the rosy.
There's the laugh, there's the chuckle. He doesn't even believe it went that well. That is unbelievable.
But that's such a good highlight to show that it isn't always about aim. Some of it is about positional play. He played the edge of the smoke. He used the pillar as a cover all the time, and off guard. Bit of a misstep, actually.
Oh, multi-nade. Two of them. That would have been sick if the timing was just a little bit better. Olafmeister with the dig, though. Device out in the open, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and Olafmeister, the big bad wolf, he got him.
Out of all the ways you could lose, you don't want it to be the Deagles in a round where they have pistols and you have rifles. Deep breath right now on Astralis. This is where you need the focus and all of that experience, because if you give this away, you're never going to forgive yourselves. Glaive has actually managed to push all the way into connector, but they saw the door open their range, so he's going to be very suspicious. And attempted boost against the Deagle? Maybe not.
There's a real chance here. Rain with that UMP. He's got the Kevlar as well. Glaive tattered down to 15 HP. He is stuck in the corner as well, and they're just trying to rush him down, trying to pick up his gun, and sure enough, Olafmeister will find the kill quick enough. We may have a repeat of the first half, Anders. Astralis, they won the pistol. They lost the second versus a force buy. And FaZe, this is pretty much a hard eco, and they've got a two-man lead now.
Dupree's on the bomb site, waiting for any information to call in the rest of the team, and he's going to need them desperately. 30 seconds, and all of FaZe are still alive. Kirby has shown up, so that's good news. That smoke is going to be the big indication that this is definitely where the execute is going to happen. 20 seconds, he sees one. It's a good spray down there. Kirby with a shot. Dupree again, cleaning it up, but over-peaking just a bit with 10 seconds left here. Guardian goes down next, and Rain, try as he might, it's going to be Kirby to save them. But a very expensive round. FaZe, they're so good.
They're just so good at putting pressure on and making sure that Astralis are just sweating. But you got to give it to Kirby. It's what we mentioned in the analyst desk coming into this match, the fact that he always shows up when the pressure ratchets up. He's a big key as to how they won the World Championship, the E-League World Championship at the beginning of the year. He turned up in the finals, he led the way, and now, well, I mean, better late than never, Anders. If he shows up now, there's still a chance. It's the beauty of CS. It's not over until your opponents have won.
No, it's true. I mean, if we could end up having sort of back-to-back comebacks, I don't think that's really ever happened, so maybe a bit too much to hope for. Sip trying to fall back down, and they are rushing the site. Glaive trying to do the best that he can. He did get at least one kill, which is definitely important, and Sip able to clean it up. That's how it should be. Now it's going to get interesting. FaZe, they're going to have money and even an AWP on Guardian.
We'll see how they approach this. Guardian, known for his patience with that AWP. Very versatile as well. He can go B, he can go A. You could be anywhere on the map, and so it'll be on Astralis to figure that out without just dying outright and giving FaZe the advantage in the round. FaZe a little light on the nades, but they do have that AWP that they're going to be building the round around, it looks like. And the chance, man, this is it.
Loving it. dupreeh towards the stairwell. Doesn't stick around for that long. He's going to fall back almost immediately with Device, so... Astralis a bit more passive on this side. This is where Rain was incredibly aggressive and took all the fights early on. Astralis are more or less going to give them this part of the map. Let's see what FaZe do with that.
They're counting on them to come over towards that B site. Once they have that mid control, once they have a long... Ooh. A nice nade onto Guardian, dusting him up. Smoke goes down fairly early, but they still have a whole host of grenades left in the bank here, Astralis. Nico just trying to catch somebody out of position here on the B site. Just barely misses it.
This is the freedom you get when you're playing under Karrigan's sort of rule. Can sometimes just try and wing it, see if you can get one of those headshots. Great spray through the wall, almost getting it. Rain very nearly taking down dupreeh. That could have absolutely worked. Bomb is still down at B though. And so is the rest of FaZe. Glaive, is he going to be flashed in? This is a dangerous position to be in with just a UMP, and I think FaZe know it. They might just go for it right here and now. Sip is on the bomb site too, and there is a bit of backup being rotated in with now only 28 seconds here. FaZe have got to commit, but they're falling back with the bomb. They're leaving Guardian and Nico here. This is a huge fake right now. And Astralis, they still have 2 men on the A bomb site. This could fail for FaZe. They might just run out of time. Great flashbang there on Olof, lining it up, but they just spray them down anyway. Device gets just one good kill, and that's it. Where are the kills for Astralis? They had the flashbang. They had the lineup.
They had the call as well.
Yeah.
I mean, FaZe with so little time, Kjaerbye had rotated back in time as well to bolster the defense on that A site. And sure enough, there's the timeout getting called. It's got to be tactical here for Astralis, and they have to figure out some kind of game plan because their money is in tatters. That's just, to me, Astralis getting caught asleep at the wheel.
It really feels like it. It's a great kill for Guardian, obviously, but it's the fact that they can't get the first kill on Karrigan, who's the first man in with the bomb, because if that happens and there's so little time left, it's not about whether or not they can win the duels next phase. They probably can. It looks like they can, but they have to scramble to pick up the bomb, and it does cause a lot of confusion. So that's interesting. FaZe still trucking on through 13-6 here, and there's almost no rope left here for Astralis. They don't have the money, certainly don't have the rounds.
Oh man, they're actually going for the Hail Mary here. They're trying to play to win it, Anders. They're going to go for the eco in this round instead of actually going for the force. This is some trust in your CT defense and your ability to replicate the results from the first half that FaZe were able to do. You got to come up big in the next round, Astralis, but they've given themselves a fighting chance here. Smoke on dupreeh, a couple of Kevlars, and some CZs. I mean, we all know how powerful those are.
Again, Nico on a solo mission. Molotov onto the barrels, which is a common position. Means he doesn't have to check nearly as much, but he's already opening up the bomb site. No one's going to challenge him. There are no counter flashes coming out. He pretty much knows that they're not going to have much at all. Glaive with an interesting jump, and that somehow works against Rain. Now it feels like FaZe just want to get onto the bomb site here. They've got the bomb already down on the ramp, and 4 versus 4.
Yeah, despite that bump in the road, Rain getting caught. This is an admirable round coming in for FaZe, although Guardian misses a pretty key shot. We'll get the follow-up. Glaive in the meantime putting that AK to good use. Finds a kill on Karrigan, brings it back to a 3-on-3, but they have so much time to play with here, FaZe. They don't need to rush. They still have 50 seconds left on this clock, and exactly, here's your insurance. Olofmeister with the flank. He can eviscerate the defense here in just a moment's time.
Nico being put to the test in the meantime, so Olof is running out of time to get in and help his teammates out, but once he shows up, it's going to crack open this whole bomb site. Spotting out the single man, that's an easy kill, and checking the corner. I think he was blind to it the first time around, but it's not going to matter all that much. dupreeh alone, 1 versus 2 with 25 seconds, and just 9 bullets in the CSET 75, and he's trapped behind the sandbags. They know it too. I'm surprised that he's still alive here. 17 seconds as they go for the bomb plant. dupreeh charging in. He goes down to Nico. Solid play from FaZe. A little bit of a wiggle at the end. It could have gone bad, but 14-6.
14-6, and they just get it done in the end, and it's all on Olofmeister, I think. He's the difference maker there. Nico stayed alive as well. That was key. Nico could have tried to take fights. Instead, he trusted his teammate to get in there and get the job done. And so we're seeing some poise here from FaZe. They are 2 maps away from hoisting that trophy and walking home with that. Well, not necessarily walking home. They'll be in planes, probably business, because they'll win 500,000 if they actually pull this off.
They can afford it, yes. Guardian with the AWP. Device with his on the other side. The odds are astronomical that they could make any kind of comeback here. They need basically 10 rounds in a row. At least they have some rifles this time. Great Molotov again. Nico opening up just down in that monster tunnel. They don't have an answer, Astralis. They don't know what to do about this.
They aren't challenging him. They aren't putting pressure on Nico. That's multiple times now. He gets to walk out of Monster and start scoping around looking for a headshot. And so if you don't challenge him early, if you don't make him respect that angle, well, then he's going to keep doing that, especially if he gets the help of his teammates. And now it's going to be Rain. Nearly rips Dupree's head off there. So close. Down to 13 HP, Dupree. And the man advantage here for FaZe. They can afford to just be patient and continue to just wait.
Absolutely out of this world. 55 seconds. And they're grouping up outside of B again. Kiewi, who's been the rock for this team here in the second half, is going to be put to the test as well. Sippy is behind him. So they have some sort of crossfire setup, but it's going to have to be really good. Smoke is in front. He can't really see much now. Down on the site, he sees one player, and there's the bomb as well, but they're everywhere. Kiewi in a lot of trouble. Dupree and Sip are both down out of the round, and Kiewi hiding inside the smoke. Does he not see Nico? He's going to try and see if he can...
Shot on Device.